Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sanbonani, I trust you guys are good and the Lord is still gracious on our side. On my side, He still sits in His throne of grace, and I know He's doing the same for you because He is the most gracious God. Ukuma kwakhe kungukuhawukela njalo. So yeah, we thank God so much for this new year and happy new year, good people. Happy new year, happy new year. May God's goodness and mercy continue to follow you even in this new year of 2025. So on the 4th of January, we celebrated our 11th wedding anniversary with my husband, of course. So it's been 11 years of God's mercy, grace, serving God's purpose, and loving each other. And it's been 11 years of so many things, but overall we thank God for His grace, for His hand stretched upon us, and for keeping us together in this journey of marriage kuze kuphele lo 11 years. So all in all, just all praise be to God. Ukubonga konke sikwenyusela uNkulunkulu. So as we have been celebrating our 11 years in marriage, so I thought I've been wanting to do this video as from the exact day of the 4th of January. I wanted to do Noma to reflect, to point out, to share 11 values. I'll call them values. 11 values I have learned in these 11 years in marriage, in these 11 years in the journey so-called marriage. So let's start. So firstly, what a journey, what a beautiful journey, what a godly journey. So I just want to start by emphasizing that we owe it all to God. Without His goodness, without His mercy, His grace, we wouldn't have made it up to this far. So we owe it all to God who has held us. So I wrote down 11 values I have learned in this journey of marriage. Firstly, marriage is a journey. Yeah, it's a commitment. So it's 11 things, so I'll try and summarize. By the way, guys, I have a new ring. My husband bought me this new ring, so yeah, but we're not there. 11 values learned in the 11 years of marriage. Number one, I stated that it's commitment. I have learned commitment. Okay, let's start here. I got married when I was 24. I think I did mention that in my previous videos. I got married when I was 24 years. On my second year working, it was my second year working. Yeah, so the things I have learned kuze kube manje are these. Commitment. I have learned commitment, that marriage is a commitment. You have to commit to one another, and you need to keep this commitment in order to keep up, to navigate the lives ups and downs in marriage. Number two, it's forgiveness. The things I have learned. Forgiveness. You need to learn to let go of the grudges, the resentments, in order for you to live a healthy and happy marriage. But note this, there's no perfect marriage, there's no perfect human being. So I'm just sharing from my personal point of view. This is just personal point of view, not that, I always say that. So number three, it's patience. It's patience. No one is perfect. I have learned patience. So you need to be patient with one another. Remember, the Bible says uNkulunkulu unesineke ngathi. So our Father in heaven, firstly, he is so patient with each and every one of us. So in marriage, you also need to learn the skill of being patient with your partner. Patience. So number 4, it is compromise. I grouped it along with sacrifice. Yes, compromise and sacrifice. In marriage, it's not just about you. It's not everything that is about you. I can say that I got married young. I was young, 24 years, but I was not really young because I had been into varsity and was also already in the work field. So I ngisifundile a few things about life, but marriage is something else. Marriage is something else. So I have learned sacrificing and compromising. So that's one other value that will keep, one other value that is crucial in marriage. And another thing in marriage, it's a give and take journey process. It's not just you receiving, you know. It's a two-way street, baba. Two-way street. You give, you receive. You give, you receive. So you learn to compromise other things, sacrifice other things. You know, you learn to take hard decisions. Sometimes that are not so nice, you know. But you need to learn to compromise. I have learned. I'm sharing, I'm not teaching. I have learned to sacrifice and compromise, which is really something that is not easy. It's not easy learning to compromise and learning to sacrifice, but it is very crucial for you to live in harmony with your partner. Of course, you calculate things that you can compromise and sacrifice. There are things that you can, that I personally cannot compromise or sacrifice with. My faith, it's one other thing that is, you know, solid, my solid rock, the foundation. I'm just making an example. So that there are things that you learn to let go of, and there are things oyidelayo ayingoba ungayithandi, but because you are in this journey, so-called marriage. So I have learned the same. I have learned to compromise. I have learned to sacrifice. So number 5, communication. This is the key. Communication is the key in order to understand your partner's needs, desires, and feelings. So I have learned to communicate. It is said that females, sometimes we are sometimes we are emotional beings. As females or ladies, we are emotional beings. So sometimes, you know, it is hard to communicate, but over the years, I have learned to communicate. Not sometimes not in an easy way. It wasn't easy, but I have learned because gafunda, you know, because you have committed yourself. I had committed myself to my husband, so I have to, because it's not like it's final, it's the end. I am still learning, and I am still open to learning more. So I have learned to communicate, and I'm still learning. I've learned to communicate. Sometimes, me being me, when I was still single, when something crosses me, upsets me, hurts me, you know, in me, my character, I will sometimes just keep quiet, learn to live with it. But in marriage, I've learned that you don't have to keep things. You don't have to keep things. It's not healthy for you individually. It's not healthy for your marriage. So you need to learn to communicate. Communicate, you know, uzobona naye kanti yena kabonini. naye kanti abamtshela ngani kanti akasafundini. Say it, like spill it out. Yeah, so I've learned to communicate. Number 6, I have learned that love is a choice. I've always thought that, maybe some of us still mistaken love for feelings. I've always thought that, you learn to feel about, ooh. You know what I mean? But I've learned that love is a choice. You decide every day to love your partner. You decide every day to commit. You decide every day. Love is just a choice, not a feeling. It has nothing to do with feelings. Yes, feelings are there, spark and everything. You mention it, but loving your partner every day, loving my husband up to this far for 11 years has been a choice. A choice I make every day, that even on this day I choose to be with you. Even on this day I choose to love you. I choose you as my husband. So love is a choice. I've learned that. Another thing, so since love is a choice, it needs nurturing. It needs nurturing. In ngesizulu sithi uthando luyaniselwa. Those little things, I always emphasize this, even on my Facebook channel and also my Instagram, that love needs nurturing and affection through small gestures. Some, they call these little or small gestures as love languages. You communicate them with your partner. What is it that your partner can do to show you they love you? What is it that I can do in order for you to see that I love you, I care about you? Those little things, So I have learned that, and I've shared in my previous videos the things we do in order to keep our love alive and active, fresh, sparkling. You mentioned it. So yeah, love is a choice, and you have to, you both, your partner and yourself, you need to be intentional about loving each other. You need to be intentional about your marriage and keeping your marriage alive. Umshado wenu ungabi dead alive. Number 7, I have learned to love myself and also fill up my cup. When you get married, when I got married, okay, let's talk about me. Let me not generalize things. When I got married, it's us. Yes, it's us. It's us. Like, you die to self and all that. I hope ngikusho kahle. But I learned ukuthi in order for you ukuze uphile kulomshado, your marriage needs you in your sober senses, needs you alive, active, positive. So in order to keep up, with all the struggles, challenges, trials, tribulations, you mentioned it, you need to love yourself. Umathi eyedwa, ngenze sure ukuthi umathi uyaphila, umathi icup yakhe is filled up, so that when we come into this union of marriage, we come sizogcwalisa this cup. I hope I'm clear. I have learned, number 8, that you can never change a person. You can never change a person. Umuntu kaNkulunkulu, everyone, we all belong to God. God is our Father, our Maker, Creator. So you can never change a person to be what you want them to be, but you learn to compromise and sacrifice for each other's needs, desires, and feelings. But you cannot completely change umuntu to be lento wena oyifunayo. And yeah, yes, you can never change a person, but I also wrote here adaptability. You can never change a person. You need to learn to adapt to other things. Well, that's what I've learned. That's my personal what? Lessons. Personal lessons. Number 9, I've learned the importance of saving. Money, 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 money. So I've learned the importance of saving, finances. I am not good. I was never good in that department of saving, but then my husband did become accounting, so he has a very good relationship with money, with finances. So he has taught me a lot. I've learned a lot. I've learned uksaver and kyapoqa, right? At this point in time in our life, the stage you are at, the era, this parenting era that God has trusted us with, saving is a must. I mean, God has blessed us with 3 kids. So yeah, saving is a must. So I've learned to save. Number 10, teamwork. I have learned teamwork. Marriage is a partnership, but not just any partnership, a godly partnership, because marriage is God's divine purpose. So you work as a team. You don't just do things whatever way you feel like. You are a team, and you don't have to compete. You are not in a competition. You are a team that always needs to work together to achieve goal yenu as a couple. So I have learned that umshado is a partnership. You partner with your partner, yeah, and do things as a team, not individually. Ungenzi izinto that suit you. So one last thing I have learned in these 11 years of marriage is selflessness. Not everything is about you. When as I've spoken about teamwork, so you are a team. It's not everything that is about you. Akuthi ngoba kukhulunywa kwenzeka izinto and then you point them to you ukuthi this is happening because I uyaphela, you know, the I. You need to work as a team, us. I hope I'm clear. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching up to this far. God bless you and God bless your union. Pray for your marriages, because the enemy is not happy, especially with Christian marriages. So we have to always pray for our partners, our marriage. Pray for alignment with the word of God. Pray for God's hand, and also for walking in God's purpose in our time, in our generation. Yeah, so that is all that I've learned in my marriage, and I pray that God continue to bless our union. And one last thing, I am still learning, like Paul said, ukuthi angakakubambi lokhu uKristu angibambele khona. I stretch myself towards what Christ has for me. So yeah, thank you so much. Remember to subscribe if you like this content, and God bless you. Keep you